Dang, it scared me. Alright, I've never been so excited over like 150 bucks, but this is cool. I always wanted to do this, and once again, if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be doing this. What it is I got a tire. If you can see, it's got a hole through it right there. And this is not no ordinary tire. It's a UTV race series, super sticky, expensive tire. And I'll be honest, well, my mom won them, and I just kind of took them. But put a cut in the tire.
Oh, he's coming fast. He's going flat.
And it's patchable, but I wanted to learn how to do like actual vulcanize. I don't even have all the stuff to do with that. I was waiting on the mail. Anyways, I keep on going. So first off, if you're watching this as a how-to video, I'm learning myself. I tried to look around for a few videos, and there was one from like overseas that didn't even have anything English involved in it, but it kind of got enough know-how off of it to figure out how to do it myself. Number one, I want to figure out what the heck I'm doing, because I don't know how to do this. I've just bought some stuff. I got to open this machine up. Well, FedEx crappy shipping kind of already opened it for me. But that's supposed to be the vulcanizing machine. Got a patch. There's still some material I'm missing. But if you're wondering why it's not on my main channel, I want to figure out what I'm doing, and then I want to fix this tire. That'll be off camera. I've got another tire down there too where we're going to practice on. But if I can figure out what I'm doing, this is pretty cheap, but I'm going to do there's that stuff called cold vulcanizing compound. I want to test, see which one's better. So I just simply going to put sizable holes through your tire and then fix them with regular vulcanizing and cold, and then take it off-roading, see where it's going. But this is just a video on learning myself, I'll be honest. Let me see what this thing's about. This thing was only like 60 bucks off eBay. $68. Hope it's all there. I have to go look at what it comes with. 110 volt. Looks pretty simple. I guess I know that's why it's so cheap. Looks like you just plug these in. Looks like a standard computer cord. They'll plug in there, I would assume. Plug in there. And now we've got plug into the wall. I was hoping for instructions, but there's no instructions. Automatic temperature control timing vulcanizing machine. Goes 0 to 60 minutes. Also, you can turn one on by itself. What are these? Oh, more stuff. Oh, that's pretty big. I was wondering what these are. So these clamp on. They got a size or a shape to them. I guess it just depends on where the cut is at. Huh. Like I said, I'm going to have to look. This shipping, this is the way I got it right here, so I don't know if I'm missing stuff or not. But I was originally going to do this tire right here because it's a junk tire. Somebody had slashed it with a knife, but that's too big. These look bigger in the picture than they were, so I got to order some more patches. So this tire being junk, let's put a hole in it. So this is the biggest one I got. I'm just trying to learn. I don't really know what I'm doing. So need a hole. I found a good smooth spot right there. Alright, we got a hole come out the back side. Let's make sure we don't lose our hole. Now I know why they had them things that spread the tire apart. I'm gonna do the best I can with this. Alright, so maybe y'all can see right there. This kit I ordered come with this thing, and it was the same thing. It was bigger in the picture, but maybe it'll do the job. So now I've got this stuck up on a drill. It'll be kind of awkward. That could be better. I wonder what you clean it with. Alright, so I don't know what you clean it with. Got some brake clean. So the hole's not even that big, so I've actually got a smaller one. Now, alright, I've got this Vulcanizing cement. I would assume it goes on before the patch. There's no instructions, just safety precautions. We'll just see what happens. Probably shouldn't need a whole lot. Got more than enough of that. If you think this is the biggest hole I'm gonna do, no, I'm waiting on some stuff in the mail. Probably come tomorrow, so we're gonna do a big hole. And now we lay our patch right there. What this thing does, I have no idea, but I know they all use it. See, it don't even like try to stick. That's what's always made me so mad. They don't even try to stick, which I guess it's wet. So maybe that's what this thing's supposed to do right here. So let me get it set up. I already got a feeling this is gonna be very awkward. Probably need some friends along the way. That's gonna be the inside. Okay, they don't fit too bad. I go ahead and tell you this machine will probably get modified knowing what I'm gonna do with it. I was so excited, and then you get it and you start realizing it's not as easy as you was anticipating. We're getting there. Yeah, definitely gonna want a friend to be here. I feel like I got the wrong die. Oh well, we'll try it, see what happens. Feels pretty contour in there. I mean, it feels like it's all good. Yeah, I was wondering if I had the wrong die, but that's fitting pretty daggum good on the inside right there. So now we just turn it on, I reckon. Got some electricity coming out of the sky, got it plugged up. Let's see, turn them off. We're gonna turn timer to 40 minutes because I don't know what I'm doing. And right there, I'm gonna say it already, damn it is already hot. What? I promise I didn't turn them on. What's right there? Come on. I know it's hotter than that because I'm touching it. Yeah, that's actually already warm. Alright, this thing's lying, but I'm telling you, it's hot to the touch. So that's pretty dang good right there. So it probably ain't gonna take that long, but I don't know. I don't care to say that I don't know. So I'm gonna let that bake. And in the mail, I've got some stuff. Actually, I can go show you. So y'all probably seen my race car. We hit rocks wide open and cut tires all the time. That's what I do have a place about 2 hours this way of me and then about 2 hours this way of me. But you got to take it there, drop it, leave it, wait. I want to be able to do this on my own. Let me find the tire. All right, so I like to never found it, but if you look about right in that area, that whole thing right there is filler material. So that's what I'm waiting on. I ordered it. I like to never found it. When I get it, I'll show it to you, show you what it's called, because nobody was telling what the name of that stuff was. But it's like you dig a hole out and then you fill it back in and it melts in, turns from natural rubber to like tire rubber, the whole vulcanizing process. That's the part I'm trying to learn, is like these big gashes and stuff. I want to be able to cut them out and actually fill them back in. Anybody can carry it to town, get a patch through in it, put a tube in it. I want to be able to fix like massive gashes. So like this one, I don't know how good it'll show up on camera, but it's like literally they've cut it with a knife. So if we can get this fixed, we'll work on that one tomorrow. I'm kind of curious, this thing right here won't tell me the truth, but it's getting 200 degrees right there and it's pretty hot and it's still going. It's only been on, I set it for 40, so it's been on about 4 or 5 minutes. This may be a bigger process than I realized, getting hot. All right, timer's fixing to kick off about any second now. Well, actually about 5 more minutes, but it's still right at 200 degrees, so I assume that's what it wants to be at. If you look real carefully, you can see it's actually cutting into the tire. Yeah, the tire's warm. When I looked at the instructions, that's where that handle goes right there, and then it comes with 6 dies. So I've got everything I need. No idea what I'm doing, but it's working, I assume. But I feel like I should let it cool off and I'll pull it off in the morning. All right, I've actually gave it about a day and a half. I was waiting on this stuff. This is, I'll have to put a word across the top because I had to look forever. But it's basically, I guess you would just call it virgin rubber. But one of the videos I actually did find, it was in like a foreign language, there was no words, but he simply just took that stuff and cut it and made his own patch. I don't have a patch big enough for this gash right here, the next one. Well, if this even worked, I don't even know if it worked yet. But this gash, I'm gonna try to make my own patch. And like I said, this is just, it's a garbage tire. I'm just trying to practice, figure out what I'm doing, so let's pull it off. All right, wish I had a camera guy, but I don't. Unscrew this. The die is stuck, so I don't know if that's good. Okay, die come off on the outside. It did cut it. Remember that last thing I showed you about it cutting? Get out of there. There we go. Lay that puppy down. Get the die. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. You kind of stuck to that. Got no lights. I think we're good. So like I said, it did indentation, so it was melting the rubber, but you can see that stuck. I feel like some of the edges was trying to peel on me, but I think that's not actually the rubber. I think it's like the backing to the rubber, so I think that's good. I guess I could try to peel it off there. I mean, it's not a professional job, but I believe it's stuck on there. See right there what I was talking about? So it was doing something. Kind of deformed the tire, but I'm learning. But on the other hand, this one right here goes, I mean, it's a knife. They literally just stabbed it. They was just being punks, but whatever. So now I've got to get this opened up and actually get a hole to fill back in. And this is the stuff I'm pretty sure you just wad it up and you can actually, it's like, I wouldn't call it Bondo, but we're just gonna call it Bondo. So let me get that cleaned out. We'll see what it looks like in a second. I think on this tire, I'm gonna do essentially a crappy job. I need better tools, but I just ordered some random stuff. Right here, this could be better and it probably needs to be bigger, but I'm gonna do a crappy job on this tire. So I know next time if I do a better job, if this works, then I do a better job next time, it'll work better. Pretty sure on this side, I was supposed to go all the way through, like actually open it up. That's what I've seen most people doing. But again, I need better tools. This thing on a drill is not cutting it, and that shank is like 10 millimeters, so it don't fit like a die grinder. So I'm gonna start cutting this stuff up and wad it up in there, see what happens. Again, probably not the right cleaner. I don't know alcohol or what you're supposed to use, but that's what I got. All right. It's just like a roll of rubber. I would assume you'd put it in plies. I would think. I mean, the tire's made out of plies. Alright, for the millionth time, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn, but I've got an overlay, and then I've kind of stacked it up on there like that. Everyone I've seen shows this stuff melts together, so we'll have to see, but got it. I'm going to lay it there, and then I've got a patch on the inside. I think I can hear my brother. I need a second hand to hold this stuff all going together. And again, I feel like you're supposed to use vulcanizing cement. I would just assume that, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Is that what you're vulcanizing?
Well, I drilled a hole in it to make a hole.
You didn't even have a hole, you just made a hole?
Well, right here, there's a gash.
Okay.
So, this is the outer die, and then this is the inner. And they have to semi-match up so we can apply pressure. Here on camera, by the way.
Alright, so this
Gotta lift this whole thing up. I'll hold the thing, you just guide the guides, and then I'll start maybe clamping her down, something like that. Yeah. How they was charging us like $40 to do this, I'm not real sure. Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta help ourselves. Let go. Wouldn't you assume vulcanizing cement would go between there and there?
Did you watch YouTube before you did
There ain't
this?
no videos.
There's no videos on how to do this?
No. There was one in a language that you couldn't understand.
Yeah, I think I've watched that little Indian fella do it before.
That's the only video I could find. I mean, it was a decent video, it just didn't have words. Like I said, I don't know where else you would put vulcanizing cement.
I think you put on both sides.
Both sides of
This and this, and I think it's kind of similar to contact cement.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know.
This is what we're doing. Should I not do the inside? Well,
Yeah, just don't do the inside and see what happens.
okay. Fair enough. Experiment. What do you think?
Yep.
If you can tell, we've never done this and we don't know what we're doing.
You need to put little indentions.
Oh, I need to mark them so we can tell.
Tell me if it hurts.
I can't feel I can't see the inside, so I just shoved it in there and hope it's in the right spot. But
That's what I was saying. I think this one needs to go this way. No. Listen. This one needs to go this way to contour to the tire.
oh, both of them do.
Oh, there's our indention right there.
Hell, what do I care? Let's just do it. The inside's not doing right, but I'm starting to wonder if you just need to do one side at a time. Let's get some electricity. What do you think it needs, an hour?
I don't know, I just got here.
Alright, the inner one I don't know about, but like I said, this is all experimental. This looks pretty decent. We'll see you in about an hour. We just got back. It's been sitting for how many days?
At least
2 days.
2 days, yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to, but kind of curious. Needs one of those C-clamp speed. What do you call that? Speed.
How much did you pay for that thing?
$60.
Yeah.
Watch it pull the whole thing out of there. Didn't we agree on taking the blue off?
I don't think you ever asked.
Okay.
What even was the blue?
It's just the backing.
Is that the backing that you're peeling off?
That's the blue. See, it's like that right there.
Ah, okay.
Down here, that feels good. Feel that right there. I feel like that's good.
Yeah.
You may have to just keep walking the thing around and putting pressure. I may have to build my own plates that actually conform. Put something like kind of. Hey, we put the one on the inside too, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
It's stuck.
It did?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I mean, that's technically how that works in the first place, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, off camera, I'm gonna go reapply this and put some pressure because it seems like the places that had actual pressure stuck, like right there and then right there, those are good. So I'm gonna put some on the edges of this and see what happens. Be back. All right, just keep in mind, like I said, this is my first I've ever done this. I have no experience. I haven't watched a video. So if you feel the need to make fun of me, that I'm doing something wrong, go ahead. So I've come back with this thing probably honestly about 7 times now. It seems to be where you apply pressure, it actually bonds. So I've had to like come on this side, come on this side, come over here. See, like that was the edge of the die right there. But I mean, it's actually holding. You just got to get the pressure in the right spot. So again, this is just practice. So I'm gonna see if it'll hold air. Probably not gonna put a lot in there. I may drive around just see, but this is all learning. That worked out good. I mean, it feels good. We can't see it obviously, but the inside of this feels pretty good. Guess I could attempt to stand it up and show you on that. This is honestly the first time I've looked at it myself. Probably take the blue thing off, but it seems to be holding around the side. See how it didn't get, well, I don't think I ground it right there, but anyway, we're learning. I'm learning. So I'm gonna put this on a rim and just see what it does. But I gotta fix that $500 tire right there. It's gotta be fixed, so we'll throw it on the table next. All right, I got some random wheel out of the junkyard. Probably not gonna seal real good, but this is just an experiment. one time I struggled with a tire. Y'all are watching. Get it on there, let's spin it around. Hopefully it don't blow out. Yeah, I got a patch from the inside. I think it should be good. Probably needs a thicker patch. Honestly, just curious if it'll hold air. God dang, it scared me. That's a back bead. Whew. Just leaning back for, you know, safety. Oh man, it's only 10 psi. I mean, it's barely leaking right at the very bottom. Well, it started leaking at the top too. This one is barely leaking as well. So, could be worse. Not bad for my first ever job. I'm gonna leave this about 15, put a valve stem in it. We might put it on a Jeep and roll it around maybe. So like this one here was, well, put some bubbles over it. It's just a little bit, so not bad at all on that one. Could have been better. I mean, it makes you feel better. It's leaking around the wheel, and it's leaking worse around the valve stem right there. But this one's just got a small little leak right there, and right around there, so not bad, and then right there. So the fact that I almost got it right on the first time, I'll take that. But on the other tire, I've got tubes, so I'm not worried about a leak on there. Just need the tire to stay together. Before I walked away, I wanted to show you one thing. I personally think if you had something that would actually sit more flat and you could just wad this stuff up, I think it would press it in and actually seal. But the way these dies are, that's what I said before, they don't technically match up, and then what's over here is actually pulling up. So I think if you had something to actually just push down, would do a heck of a lot better job. But this one hopefully should be easy. I'm just gonna smooth all this off there, cut me patch out right there, and like I said, this one's bead locked and it's gonna get a tube, so the tube should push it across there. I just gotta get it to stick. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up with my little tool. I got a bigger one ordered and should be good to go. So I got me a piece cut out and got it all flattened out, and I went ahead and put some glue on there. What I'm gonna do is lay this down there and then duct tape it so it can't fall off. And this time I'm gonna use these bigger dies. Maybe they're a little more, you know, widespread. I'm gonna try to do the inside by itself and then work on the outside of the tire. Like I said, if I can just get this to stick, the tube will hold it up there good. All right, I should have let you see before, but I just ripped these off there. Man, that worked a whole lot better. So I might be making me some of my own dies. It actually, that wasn't there, so you can see it's actually squeezed that. And I mean, like I said, on the edge, it don't do too good, but you know, that's me pulling on it. Man, where it had pressure right there, it pretty much just made itself part of that tire. So that's going, I doubt that leaks at all. Then if I lay it down, hell, it about tried to melt all this stuff back together. So I'm going to have to dig that back out. And then I'm going to put something in there, fill it in real big, put a lot of pressure on there, just see what it does. But that feels good. I'm proud of that one. All right, I'm going to try to go a little excessive here. Tried one of these things, didn't do nothing. The rubber just kind of absorbs it. But I did have luck with this thing. Basically just sandpaper. But now that I say that, you can see I've dremelled that hole out. And I got to thinking, I bet it don't stick to the fibers like the nylon plies. But I've got one layer, and I got a bigger layer, and then I've got like a whole cover layer. I'm gonna put a bunch of pressure on that right there. So I am real quickly gonna turn the camera off, and I'm just gonna scuff around right here. I've got in the hole, but I'm gonna scuff around right there. Again, this is kind of all experimental. I've done this is my essentially second go around, so I'm not professional. We'll mark that, and if you can still see the blue, you gotta Dremel some more. So I'm gonna scuff that up and we'll go from there. I got the area all scuffed up. Now I got everything dirty. Take them. Still using brake cleaner. I'm just thinking there's probably a better alternative than brake cleaner. Well, one I was doing earlier, this glue did seem to make a difference, so as soon as I learn, I'll share my information, but I'm gonna put a hefty amount down in the hole here. So this is going back on a bead lock, so keep that in mind. Now our first little patch, go down in the hole to stay. It's hard to get it to stay. Now I'm gonna put more on here. So now we're gonna overlay that one just perfectly. May have cut that one, should have cut the bottom one even smaller because it's trying to walk around. Alright, now the big one. I did have better luck without the blue peeling, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I wonder if you can let this stuff kind of dry and tack up. So that should be enough. Now I'm gonna, this is a bead lock like I said, so I'm gonna try to put it down here where it'll actually hang the bead lock. So that's got that. Now I've got to let me decide on what patches I want to use, and we'll see if we can get this clamped in there. The more pressure you can apply, the better I figured out works. Once again, keep in mind, I'm just sharing what I've learned, so don't quote me that I said this or did this wrong. I'm just telling you what I've learned, because I ain't seen many videos out here. I had a bunch of that liquid I just showed you. I mean, I just showed you putting a bunch of it, and when I squeezed down, it actually shot the first one out. So I've come back and everything started to get dry. So what I'm gonna do is put these back on here, and I'm just gonna touch it, and I'm gonna turn it on and start letting it apply some heat, get some of this glue set, I guess you'd say. And then we'll start clamping down and actually see if we can squeeze this rubber together. All right, next morning, let's see what happens. These dies do get stuck on there, but maybe it's all good. This one may be extra stuck. Hey, that looks amazing. Like, I'm gonna have to cut some of this out of there, but that is part of the tire. That's awesome. It's like I said, if you can get a lot of pressure in there, it works really good. So I may have to be making some more of these things right here. That looks good. Keep in mind, second time I've ever done this, but that looks like part of the tire right there. I gotta cut this out for the bead. Actually, I don't have to. It's bead-like wheels, so probably be fine, but I mean, that's part of the tire. All right, let me get a lot of mess cleaned up and we'll mount the tire and go from there. Got the tire mounted, check this out. Naturally, I put the bad spot on the back. That's just what you do. Learned that from the whole bouncer world. But when I got it on there and mounted it, I looked and looked, and I was getting mad because I knew I'd put the bad spot on the back, but I couldn't find it. That's how good it actually looks. So obviously I've got it pointed straight up, but I mean, that may not look good on camera, but for my second ever job, and that being just a massive hole, that's awesome. Now how good it holds up, time will tell, but about 20 PSI in there. I'm pretty relieved, I can't lie. Like, all these years of stressing over vulcanizing the tire, and 2 times in, I'm doing a good job at it. So essentially, that was 68 bucks. I think this is the stuff right there. Obviously, this was China's brand. There was American brand. It's expensive. Yep. But that was probably like 30 bucks. I bought this, just a bunch of random stuff. So, I mean, I've got about $150 in there, give or take. That tire is $500. So that's pretty awesome. That now, if you follow my other off-road channel, you've seen how we drive. But now knowing that I can fix a tire when I get back home the next day and not have to send it 2 hours to Memphis and then wait a few weeks and go get it, wait another 2 hours to, 4-hour round trip. So anyways, I think that's all I got to say. I hope you learned something, because I know for dang sure I did. But on my other channel, what I'm thinking, there's stuff called cold weld. You just mix it up and wad it in there. But I'm thinking I'm gonna get a junk tire and probably like a small hole, a bigger hole, and then an even bigger hole, give or take. I'll figure it out. And then come right across the opposite side, do the same thing, and then we'll do that stuff versus the cold weld. Probably just gonna like air down and ride around the yard till one goes bad. And I feel like that'll simulate enough life conditions that'll tell us, if it works or not. But I feel like for now, that's all I got to cover on that. Till next time, I have no idea what this channel will be about. So follow along. We'll see what happens next time. Appreciate it.